Made our way back into Palo for brunch, Father's Day brunch. Want to wish everybody out there a happy Father's Day. But this is our view from our table, which is the exact same table we had dinner at.
Good morning, travelers. Todd here. We're traveling around Disney, and it is day 4 of our Disney Dream Cruise. And it is a day of sea, so it's more relaxation, enjoying the characters, maybe watching some movies. Who knows what today will hold, but I do know one thing. We have a Palo Brunch at 12 o'clock. So come along, and let's see what the Disney Dream had to offer us on day 4. Got to head over here to guest services to make sure everything is taken care of. All the credit cards are on the balances and all that good stuff, so we can make sure we can just disembark really easy tomorrow. It is 9:30 in the morning and everybody is out and about. Characters everywhere, guests are everywhere, but like I said, it's a sea day. We love to end our cruises with a sea day at the end. It just makes it so more relaxing and all that. So we're just gonna have a great day, but first I need to make sure all the bills are taken care of.
I always double check to make sure at guest services everything is taken care of. My credit card will be charged and all that. So I'm just one of those. I worry a lot, but just make sure everything is taken care of. I come down the morning before we leave, so I don't have to be down here in the crowds the day we leave. We are, like I said, we are in Sea Day, so you can see everybody taking pictures. There's Cinderella over there, Rapunzel up there. We had Max and Goofy in the back. There's Tiana right there. If you have little ones, I didn't see Mulan right over there. If you have little ones, buy the photo package because there is photo opportunities everywhere, not just in the central atrium, but on the islands, on the beaches, all over the ship. A stormtrooper just passed me and I didn't have a chance to get his picture, but they're everywhere. So if you really like your pictures, I would definitely highly recommend that you buy a photo package when you come aboard any of the Disney ships. I'm heading up to Cabanas on deck 11. Michelle is walking. She's doing her normal morning walk, but today is Sea Day and it's the last day. So that usually means Churro Mickey waffles. So we're gonna see if there's any Churro Mickey waffles. Remember, you can get them aboard the Disney cruise ships and only one place on Disney property. Well, kind of two, but the other one's not an official Disney restaurant. Well, maybe it is, but anyway. Crystal Palace and the Magic Kingdom serves the Mickey Churro waffles, and then all of the cruise ships. So let's head up to 11 and see if we can find some Mickey Churro waffles. Even if you don't buy the photo package, there are a ton of areas to get selfies with and all that, and to take great pictures. So make sure you look all around the ship. The one thing we forgot to pack, make sure you pack chapstick, and it's a game changer. I'm wondering, is that Coco Cay over there? Because it looks like 2 royal ships and then MSC, and that's their island there. That could be Coco Cay over there. So we're just like circling around for the day. But this is the adult jacuzzi and nobody's even in it. Target acquired 3 churro waffles, 1 piece of sausage, a little syrup there, and of course a cup of coffee with a little Splenda. This will be my first breakfast. I'm sure Michelle will want to eat after she gets done walking, so I'm gonna go with this first. But this place is absolutely packed. There are people everywhere. So if you're coming to the last day breakfast for waffles, plan your strategy. That's all I can say. Plan your strategy. These churro waffles are pretty good, but they are a little greasy. And as you can see, I usually just mainly eat the ears because they're the crispiest. But it's one of the things on the ship you have to get if you ever take a Disney cruise. For the quick service options on board, they are not open yet. They're getting ready to open. It's only 10:05 right now. But we got Luigi's here. Right there's Luigi's, and that is pizzas. And then we got Tomater's Grill right here, which are hamburgers and hot dogs and all that good stuff. And then we got Ramon's Cantina. It's probably one of my favorites that have been added to the ship. And these are more like Chipotle bowls and tacos and stuff like that. Right after Ramon's right there, you will have Fillmore's. And Fillmore's is going to have your fruit bowls, your salads, and more healthier fare. But these do open up, I think they open at 10:30, 10:45, I'm not positive. They're not open right now, but if you're looking for something quick and you don't want to go into cabanas, sometimes this is your best option. And this is considered the Flo's V8 Cafe area right here. I will have to say that Casa del Tires here, Luigi's, has some great pizzas. And they're actually, I think I got pizza last night down here at midnight, which I forgot to take a picture of, but they stay open late. They're probably open the latest for pizza, which everybody wants because they play the movies on the deck. Right over there, Funnel Vision's over there. So this is always a great option. But it's right here by the adult area. So you can actually grab your stuff and then head into the adult area. There's tables in there, or you can take it into Cove Cafe and eat your lunch in there. Just a little tip. Let's see if there's anybody around this way. No, not too bad. This is the adult area. I'm not gonna film past this point. I fibbed. I'm gonna film my favorite area on the ship is Cove Cafe. Is right here. Love it because it's got Walt memorabilia everywhere. Plus they serve some of the best pastries and coffee on the ships. These are extra paid coffees, but they're all the specialty coffees. And they also have libations back there. But you can also come here and get a light treat. And then at 6:30 at night, they turn it into dinner fare. So, but this is Cove Cafe. You can see the pool out there. And then over there is Cove Cafe Bar, right there. That you can actually sit and enjoy the pool and everything. But this is probably my favorite thing on board. I love this area. And the beautiful thing about ours is you can go right through those doors there, and that leads us to our room. I love the location of our room. But also, when you come to Cove Cafe, make sure you get a coffee card, because after, I think, your 6th coffee, you get a free one. If you don't fill it up on the cruise that you're on, save your card and you can use it on the next Disney cruise to get it filled. But make sure you look at all the history on the wall. And then they give you a map right there of the world and where we're at. You can see our little white circle there on the map. That's where we are located right now. And there's Mickey right there giving us all the information. Walt in the parks. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Walt in the park. Well, the porthole's kind of messed up. And then him and Salvador Dali. Remember Grandestino? Big tie-in right there. And that is Walt right there. Okay, let's do some more exploring. Before I leave Cove Cafe, they have plugs everywhere. Everywhere in this place they have plugs. So if you need to recharge, or you're working on your computer, or you're doing some work on the cruise, there's plenty of charging ports in here for you to stay connected. If there's anything I can impart on you guys, always remember most of the entertainment is forward and most of the dining is aft. So if there's anything you need to remember, forward and aft, entertainment and dining. Except for the district, which is an adult district after a certain time, and that is also in the aft with all the bars and the music and stuff like that. But if it's for the movies and stuff, or the theaters, that'll always be forward, and the food and stuff like that, that'll always be aft, like Cabanas, Palos, Remy's is all aft. All the dining, except for Enchanted Garden, and they're like middle aft, if that makes sense. But Royal Palace and Animator's Palace will be aft, more featured, if that makes sense. Looks like we got Max and Goofy out in the atrium here. Don't see Max that often. Remember, on sea days, the shops will be open. So you can get all your souvenirs and anything you might have missed getting, you can get them now. Just hiccups, sorry. I'm gonna turn this in over here. But all the jewelry stores, all of the stores on the ship should be open. I need to get something. We haven't gotten a souvenir yet. Maybe the Mickey and Minnie back there. I'm not sure. If there's one bit of wisdom I can then put on to you travelers here on the Disney Cruise Line,
make sure you know how to use your Navigator app. It is your key to everything on the ship. Navigator app will show you dining locations, it'll show you entertainment, it'll show you what time you're going to do stuff. You can highlight stuff that you want to see, so it'll remind you not to miss it. It works on the islands when you're on the islands, and it'll work on the ship. So make sure you download the Navigator app and you know how to use the Navigator app once you get onto the ship. It's really easy and simple to use. But here, let me show you an example. I'm gonna show you on my phone. This will be the easiest way. So this is the Navigator app when you open it up. It's a day at sea. It tells you last chance to book your next cruise for 10% off. And then you see the little icons at the bottom. Let's see, do I got anything? Yes, we got a Palo Brunch at 12 p.m. So it'll remind us about that. And then dinner tonight is at 8:15 at Animator's Palette. And we are table 36. So when you go into the restaurants, they'll ask you what table the very first night. It'll tell you on the Navigator app where you're going to. But like today, let's say we want to go on the ship and see what's happening. It always keeps updated time, so it's almost 10:30. So we got Love Unwanted, Fat Cooling. We got Jackpot Bingo. Who says there's not gambling on a Disney ship? Bingo is their form of gambling on a Disney ship. But this will give you everything. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Oh, Minnie Mouse is coming. She'll be in the lobby atrium, the vestibule at on deck 3. So it'll tell you everything. And see these little hearts here to the side? You can heart that, and that's what will remind you on your Navigator's app. But it will give you everything that you need to know what's happening. Let's see, up here we got characters right there. I'll show you all the characters and what times they'll be. It's the whole day, so make sure you hit it everything. Then you got dining right there. It'll show you the cabanas, Royal Palace was for breakfast, sit down breakfast, buffet breakfast, and then cabanas for lunch. Fillmore's favorite, Luigi's, all those guys open up. Royal Palace will have a sit-down lunch today. So just know this Navigator's app. It'll give you the spa. It'll give you the youth clubs for all your little ones. It'll give you the pool times, what time the pools will be closing. That's a very important thing on the sea day to know. Sports and recreation and shopping right there. Everybody's open till 11 tonight to make sure you get those final souvenirs that you want. Live shows and entertainment. I think Beauty and the Beast is tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But then you can come here and you can add plans. You can, my plans, it'll show you what you got and see. Jack's Diaper Dash. Who wants to see Jack's Diaper Dash? I don't know. Character dance party, all that good stuff. And if Michelle hearts it or I heart it, it goes on there. And then you can also hit the 3 little hamburger. And this will show you everything you need to know for your future cruise, your dining schedule, your connect to the internet, which we never buy the internet on the ship, the Disney Band Plus, my account, and my charges. That's one to keep up on right there is the my charges. You can see every day what you have charged on your account and what you will owe before you get off of the ship. But that is the My Disney experience. You see there's a little red dot up there. Somebody has sent me a message. Melanie and Jeffrey have sent a message. I got to read those. And then from there, that's about it. But just learn the Navigator app and it'll be your best friend once you're on the ship. Oh, and update your Disney Cruise Line app because there was an update and I had to update it right before we got on the ship. So just make sure everything's up and current and you will have a great time on the ship. Made our way back into Palo for brunch, Father's Day brunch. Want to wish everybody out there a happy Father's Day. But this is our view from our table, which is the exact same table we had dinner at. And this is the menu for the Palo Brunch right here. And remember, it is all you care to enjoy. The price of this brunch is $50. Unless you're a platinum member and you get a free meal for $50. So you could use this towards your Palo Brunch.
But walnuts, especially black walnuts, no.
But they have the little almond bits that go on the screen.
This is always the hardest choice. Do you go with breakfast? Do you go with lunch? Granted, I know it's all you can eat, but you gotta start off. I think I'm gonna start off with the Parmesan crusted chicken breast and an appetizer, but it's the pastry basket that we all love. This is yet another course here at Palo. Okay, the next course. Oh, those smell so good.
We'll be going back to the trailer.
I told Melanie you would probably be making a second go round. That is the goat cheese and sun-dried tomato pizza right there.
Oh my goodness.
Look
And
at
you know
that.
where you get the
Tony will be getting a piece. Whoever wants at the table can just reach over and get a piece. And Jeffrey got the margarita pizza. Definitely shareable portions. Definitely shareable.
absolutely.
Here's another course.
Oh, I
I've lost
think about
count. I don't know how many courses. Okay, it is now time for dessert. And they have their own little dessert file here. So let's take a look here. Decisions.
Oh, that table right there, and that's it.
There we go.
4 o'clock in the morning.
You're done? Michelle has thrown in the napkin.
It's happening out.
Nothing for her.
Nothing.
And it is the dessert time.
Somebody said, "Well, there's, you shouldn't have looked to me. You should just do it." I mean, the players have to have
This
enough
is a
sense to-
limoncello cake from Palo. We're heading to bingo again. One more time. See if we can win $10,000 at bingo. Michelle back there. Michelle, what'd you think of Palo Brunch?
It was so good.
It was
I ate so much. It was
way too much.
stuffed.
And remember, it is all you care to dine. We went back to the room to change. We were there 2 hours and 30 minutes for
I
dinner.
had I always say the almond croissant. I
Oh.
love that one. And I had the Parmesan crusted
chicken?
was a standout. It was so good.
With the risotto, which
It was
was
really good.
perfect. But yeah, it was a great time. If you ever come on one of the Disney ships, make sure to do Palo. It's well worth it. But now, let's go win some money at bingo. Bingo is packed. Look at all these people trying to win $10,000 here on the Disney Dream. It's the last day, so everybody came up to this bingo.
Check your cards, everybody. All right.
We got Rapunzel out here playing hide and seek. And all the princesses will start coming out. All the characters will start coming out. It is 4:45. So we got Ariel up there. She is out and about. We got the sail away tonight. That's at 10:30, I believe. We're going to see if we catch that tonight. No winner at bingo for this cruise. But hey, no, Melanie won. Melanie won some bingo, so congratulations to Melanie. Now we're going to head to the shops. We'll do a little shopping, maybe see if we can see some characters. I see Captain Minnie over there. She's out and about. But we got to go do some shopping, see what we can find. We got Beauty and the Beast stage show tonight, so we're going to try to see that. And we're going to have dinner. We're not sure if we're going to go to Animator's Palette because, quite honestly, Animator's Palette isn't most of our favorites. So we may go to the sports bar, 678 or whatever it's called, and get some chicken wings and stuff like that. We're just not sure right now, but we're going to do some shopping and see what else we can get into for this very last day. And by the way, I'm going to put day 4 and 5 together just to make it easy that way. But thank you guys so much for traveling along with us and being part of our traveling family. If you're not yet a part of our traveling family, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Okay, let's go out and let's finish this last day of day 4. Okay, time for our final show. It is Beauty and the Beast here aboard the Disney Dream. And this is about all I can show. So this is all you'll get to see. But I've already seen this show. Me and Michelle have seen it. And we absolutely love it. So if you ever come on the Disney Dream, make sure you see this show. So definitely come into 687. It's the little bar area, sports bar area. But it's all based around the building of the dream because that was the code name for the ship as it was getting built was 687. And there's all kinds of stuff you can see the history of building the Dream. So this is the district area, and this is all adult area, so. Somehow Tony drug us into Animator's Palette to get dessert. We just come to drop off the envelopes, but they talked us into dessert, so we're gonna have a little dessert since it's our last night. Cookies and cream sundae. Had to have one more sundae. Okay, maybe one more dessert. Our final towel animal. We just get back from Animator's Palette. Just had dessert and to hand our envelopes to our servers and lead server and assistant, but that's our last one. So we will see you guys tomorrow morning on Debarkation Day, Day 5 of the Disney Dream. It is Day 5, Debarkation Day, the day that most cruisers don't like to see, but we are back at Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale to disembark the Disney Dream, our beautiful 13th cruise, 7th cruise with Disney. But this will not be our last cruise, I can guarantee you that. Off in the distance you see the Celebrity Reflection, and that is a royal ship that my blind eyes cannot see what name it is, but this is actually where we'll be coming back in November, just on the other side of this ship to board the Star Princess. So we cannot wait for that. So come along and let's see what Day 5 at Debarkation Day has to offer us. So far, a lot of construction. As we make our way to Animator's Palette for breakfast, they will have the alcohol collection right here. This is anything that you've gotten on the ship, and you just pick it up right here in front of the Walt Disney Theater. But now, let's go to breakfast. And remember, your breakfast will be at the restaurant you last ate at. So ours is at Animator's Palette, which was dinner last night. But this is the busy time of the day. But it's really not too bad. It's very organized and not too hectic. Gotta find Tony. There's Tony up there. Michelle and Melanie are probably already in Animator's Palette. So we will see you guys in Animator's Palette. But that is the crowd waiting to get off the ship right there. Didn't get to see a lot of the artwork, but make sure you check out all the artwork all around the ship and everything. Okay, we're on our way to Animator's Palette. As you can see, it gets a little hectic. I can see the end in sight. We're so close. Like I said, make sure to check out all the artwork on the ship. Concept sketches and stuff like that. Back in Animator's Palette. We're heading right over there. As soon as we can find our way over there. There's the girls. There we go. We got a break right here. Okay, have some breakfast before we depart. And this is the sail away breakfast right here. Let's take a look at the other side. Sail away breakfast, and we always do the sail away breakfast. We recommend doing the sail away breakfast. It's a little hectic, but it gives you time to slow down before you have to head out. So definitely try the sail away breakfast if you never have in the past. And like I said, you will eat breakfast in the same place that you had your final dinner the night before. So ours was Animator's Palette, and there's Tony and Melanie right over there. What a great cruise. And there's Michelle and Franco right down there. Franco right down there. He's been fantastic the whole cruise. And this is our breakfast right here. This is the hash. And then I've got a great cup of coffee. Well, breakfast has come to an end at Animator's Palette. As you can tell why it's called Animator's Palette there. But remember, always look. There's detail everywhere. You never know who you may see. We are making our way to the gangplank and to the car, so you'll get to see a little bit more, but this is about all the Disney Dream we've got now. You see that sign, you know everybody can leave and it's time to go home. On the way to the car into the parking garage. There's Michelle.
One last look. One last look. Parking garage and the Disney Dream. We will definitely be back aboard her. There's Michelle. She's really upset. We should have. Oh, we got to do this more and more, honey. Especially with friends and family. Yes, it was. Okay, we're going to go through security, so we got to let you go right about. Okay, luggage is required. Remember to look for your label on your luggage, and we can get it here. But both of our pieces are here. We like to see that. It looks good. Greetings from Disney Plus right there. But it's very easy to find your luggage, so don't panic. Take your time. And just have your passports. If I can recommend anything, have passports, passports, passports. Okay, travelers, that is the end of our Disney Dream Cruise, and it was definitely a dream. Me and Michelle and I'll say it properly, Michelle and I would like to thank Jeffrey and Monica and Tony and Melanie for such a fantastic, wonderful cruise. We had a great time.
We did. It was perfection.
It was
a perfect cruise.
It was a great cruise. Definitely can't wait to be on many more adventures, but this adventure has come to an end. So until next time, travelers, like we always say, travel and adventure is out there.